automatically make myself a smaller target. There's a certain things you do that can apply to any game, but the other thing is it applies to real life as well. If I'm out there being shot, I'm going to do the exact same thing. And the thing is, the ability to be able to think under fire, under pressure, and under doing that means that I can apply that to any game, any of those FPS genres. What you're saying is that you can't, but you can't do the same because it's not about skill. The point is that you're saying that he can't do that. He can't take from LoL or World of Warcraft fucking 3v3s.
Yeah, but then what's that? That's nothing to do with it. We're talking about gaming.
What it says is there's no skill.
Well, of course there's skill.
No, it's not about skill, because you're saying that even the best LoL player in the world would probably just die in Dota over and over because it's all about.
No, what I'm saying is, what you're saying is the best FPS player in the world could be chucked into any FPS game
and do really fucking well. Yeah,
I don't believe they do. I think they do probably better than average, and they'll probably be able to hold their own. But it'd be not. They wouldn't be racking up the kills to get top, because you need to know about the game. You need to know, okay, what does this weapon do differently in COD versus Battlefield versus Counter-Strike and everything else. No, it's the same, even characters which are practically identical between Dota and LoL, right? Yeah? Pudge and Blitzcrank, right? Yeah, they're both to a certain degree they're hook champions. You get them in and you beat the crap out of them. Yeah, okay. That's what the two things are. That's what the similarities are, right? Yeah, okay. Just because you're good at Blitz doesn't mean you can play Pudge, and just because you're good at Pudge doesn't mean you can play Blitz.
Yeah, but I can play a fucking sniper in Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3.
Yeah, but no, it's my turn. Okay. I sat there and listened to you, right? But you need to know all the other things that come with a game, okay? Knowing where your points are, knowing where the spawns are, knowing where people are likely to go, knowing where routes are, knowing where other snipers' points are. Okay, that's the thing, and that's what a lot of gamers don't learn, is they don't sit there and go, okay, I need to know where people are coming from. I need to know likely routes. I need to know, okay, if I'm here, right, what's the most likely thing? Okay, likelihood they're going to shoot me through these doors, or they're going to throw a bang and a bull rush me, or something like that, yeah? Okay, you develop that through experience. It doesn't matter how much you sit and read about a game, or go and look at a game, and that's what I'm saying. If you go and took somebody who theory crafted the best possible setup for Battlefield and everything else, you wouldn't have the experience of it, and that's the same with Hearthstone. Just because you can stop. Just because you can create the perfect deck doesn't mean you can play the perfect deck.
Yeah, I can.
No, because it's all down to randomness of what draws you get, right? Unless you could sit there and go, the only way you could ultimately theory craft a card game is if you knew what order the cards are coming out. And then you could perfect it down to an absolute science where you could turn around and go, right, this is what this is going to do, this is what this is going to do, this is what this is going to do. This will destroy any taunts that come out, this will destroy anything else that comes out. You could do it. But somebody who's got experience in the thing, right, knows what deck you're likely to play, could turn around and go, okay, I know what that deck does. I know exactly what that deck does. I played against it several times. Right, I know the experience of, well, if I have this card and I can play them in a combo, I get a bit of luck because I know they're coming out, but I'm going to play them in such a way that I know I've got enough of them in my deck to increase my chances, and I know my mana cost is going to be low enough I can do it, then you can go through. And this is the point, and this is you proving it. And the thing is, nobody is ever going to be viewed as a game as balanced, because nobody will understand. Nobody truly balance in itself would be really bad for games, because if every character did the same amount of damage, then why bother playing? Well, go back to the MOBAs. Why don't we just play then a tank with a taunt at top, a jungler who can clear and has a gap closers for ganks, two mages in the middle who do exactly the same amount of damage, and two ranged DPS characters who just stand there and shoot the fuck out of each other, and two supports who have a heal, some form of mana regen, and everything else.
Everyone follows a stupid meta because that's the meta, Captain. This meta, this whole thing
but
about.
But that was developed because of people's experience. Yeah. You didn't play it before. You didn't play it when I played it.
Because you don't because nobody's willing to try anything else to the stage where
people do try other things.
Here's the thing, right? When people do play that, right, and when people do that, now what happens is, oh, I want to try something different. Oh no, you can't try something different. No, I'm gonna rage quit if you choose this, and you want to try something. No.
But that's not the game. That's the people.
No, let me finish. Right, I'll let you have your little rant bit. Now it's my turn. Okay.
I think we might time this and see how much ranting you do versus me. But
here's the point. People like that, right, so they're fucking blinkered now. So LoL's got this blinker where you're stuck in the current meta, and if you do it, I mean, Christ, you picked the wrong character that they don't want you to pick. Oh my god, gonna rage quit, you fucking troll, I'm gonna report you, blah 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 blah, for picking a character that I didn't want you to play, blah blah blah. Nobody lets you play outside that fucking box. You're stuck in that box now because of these theory crafting wankers that have set up this, and because the game's set up and this stuff, right? You're saying that you think that a Counter-Strike player can't apply that to Battlefield or whatever.
They can
not
apply
allow
to
me to
Battlefield.
finish. I've given you a chance, right? I'm still talking here. They have a chance, but that's rubbish. That's utter nonsense. Counter-Strike players have and can apply that to pretty much any sniper, any game with a sniper rifle in it. If they're really good with an AWP, they can pretty much switch that over to any game that they want, right? There's not too difficult, there's not a complex. It's really, really, really easy to do, to switch that over and do stuff. Your idea of somehow that this is better or worse or good or nonsense, utter nonsense, because the truth is, people can do it. You can actually take those skills and apply them to other FPS games because it's skills. It's not about fucking theory crafting in the game. It's not about the current meta. It's not about the current balancing. It's not about picking the right character to counter this character, to counter this, to do that. It's about having the skills. Yeah, there might be a bit of map awareness or knowing how the map works and da-da-da. Yeah, but you know what? The basics still stand the same, which doesn't work in MOBAs. It doesn't work in MMOs because every fucking MMO is different gear, different looting, different crafting system. It's so different that you can't apply one to the other. It's and it's all about the theory crafting. It's all about knowing the game inside out into the theory crafting. But when it comes to a sniper, when it comes to somebody who's really good at assault or close quarter combat and fucking flashbanging and banging into them, you can do that in any FPS. You know how to. I know how to do it. I've played Counter-Strike for years. I go play PlanetSide 2 and I can still apply the skills there. I'm still doing the same things. I'm doing it. Okay, I might not be the best in the world at PlanetSide because yeah, there's little intricacies that I can make myself better because of the game, but the overall basis of the FPS stays the same. The overall basis of the skills stay the same because it's about skill. It's not about fucking levels. It's not about theory. It's not about
Is that why they're dying?
He who has the best. Well, they're dying because because basically they've been shafted on. They've been shitted out. They've been so fucking spammed out by fucking people like EA and stuff that are just fucking spamming out game after game after game. You know, they're not even finished one before they're releasing the next one. That's why they're dying. And they're not dying. They're some of the biggest selling games on the fucking planet. So I don't think they're dying. Right?
But do you not think the genre itself, the FPS, is at the point now where there isn't anything new?
I think games like Borderlands changed it, right? And there's a good point. Borderlands, theory crafted game and stuff. That was an interesting concept in it and skills, but it wasn't competitive playing. That was good, right? So Borderlands took a different spin on it and brought in the MMO element to it. And I think the MMO element is an interesting concept, but Borderlands is good because it wasn't multiplayer, right? But here's the point. I think that FPS has basically been refined to its, to its golden age. I think the one thing we can do is maybe, there needs to be fresh ideas, needs to be new builds. It's either FPS military, FPS space, or FPS fucking fantasy, right? That's pretty much your three genres of FPS, and pretty much all of them fit into one of them or two of them, right? Borderlands fits into FPS, fantasy, and space, if you get what I mean. So there's a balance, but the point is with FPSs, I think that there's a refinement, and the game got to such a refinement it doesn't need anymore, because really it's a combat game. I mean, games like Armour 3.
But do you not think you need the theory crafting to balance the field?
No,
because if you're the best player,
right,
okay, we'll take my experience, right? I used to play GRAW quite a lot when it came out, and
What's
that sort of thing. There's Ghost Recon Advanced Warrior.
Right.
Okay.
I know.
We're talking early 2000s here, so we're talking probably about 10, 11 years ago. But we'll ignore that. That was pretty much when FPSs were the thing. FPSs, that was your competitive, that was your stuff. You had that, and you sort of had StarCraft sitting over here, where everybody went, I'm not Korean, I'm not going to bother. So what you used to get people spend a lot of time, and you would. The thing is that we could sit there and because we used to play the original COD 3 as well, competitively.
Mm-hmm.
And what we were able to do is we knew, for example, I wasn't a very skilled player. There was no way you could give me a sniper rifle and tell me just to fuck off and go and kill everybody. Just wasn't going to happen. I didn't have the skills, I didn't have the reactions, I didn't have the ability to pick points, which a lot of the good players do. So what I would do instead was I'd sit there and go, okay, right, let me have a look at my gun sets, let me have a look at my weapons, and let me have a look at positions which I know I can hold. And what I did was, hang on, let me finish, I managed to evolve myself into basically, we used to play CTF, and
so what you're saying is you're supplementing, basically, theory crafting and add-on and skills and stuff. Or basically
it wasn't add-ons as such, but it was sitting there going, okay, I know where...
Supplement your inability to...
Yeah, my limitations to actually go and be the other one. I went, okay, so what can I do? So I did. I started developing really defensive setups, which I was able to use, then to be able to go, right, okay, then, you guys, fuck off, I will defend this point. They ain't getting past me, and if they do, I'm probably going to take 2 or 3 people down, because I knew points which I could hide in, I reworked my points, I sat there and did everything else. Now, in theory, that's theory crafting, because I would sit there, I'd look at what other people were doing, I looked at where we were going when nobody was streaming back then, so it wasn't like you could sit there and see what the opposition were doing, but guys were shouting out points where they were hiding, so I'd go, okay, can I do that? I mean, COD 3 had a huge number of problems, including, like, choke points, which in modern games everybody would scream about, and probably shut the game down, but in those sort of games you did, and you learnt your choke points, and you learnt the positions within those choke points, which were practically indefensible, and the only way you were ever getting caught was pretty much a really unlucky grenade on your part. Now, for me, that allowed me to start to level the playing field a bit. Right? I knew if I was running around like a headless chicken trying to get near somebody with a sniper rifle, I was going to die. Because sniper rifles in every FPS are broken. The only sniper which I've always said is the tier 2 sniper. Because at least then you can't just stand there and shoot people from 60 feet away with no scopes and all the rest of it. It's impressive, but it's not really fun if you're on the other end of it. So that's what I did. Yeah? And for me, that is theory crafting. But not only could I do that, I mean, now if I was doing that sort of thing, I could go onto the web and go, right, okay, if you're not as good as Billy Big Shot over there with his sniper rifle, hiding in a position with his AWP and sitting there going, I'm just going to fuck you all up, right? You can sit there and go, right, okay, you can do this. And that's passing on experience.
But
and that's where your issue...
All that's happening is that you're not learning. You're just being supplemented. It's basically like giving you a leg up. It's like, here, what we're going to do is give you, instead of you having to learn these skills and practicing and actually getting good at skills, what we're going to do is we're just going to supplement you and basically do it for you and give you those skills that you can't be arsed learning.
But something you physically do have. There is a physical limitation in this. It's like golf. Right? There are certain twitch fibres, there are certain things that you require for you to get to these things. Right? There's no secret, there's no reason why you could sit, everybody can sit there, I can become a pro gamer. No, some people physically cannot, the same as some people physically cannot be a golfer. Mm-hmm. Some people physically cannot be a footballer.
But so shouldn't that be the basis of a game, that the people who are the most skilled shine the most? Shouldn't that be the point?
But in every
what you're saying,
but in every sport, there are always ways. Golf, for example, Tiger Woods can go around and play all these brilliant shots and everything else, right? But he loses some weeks because he gets cocky and starts doing stupid shots, gets himself into trouble, and the bloke who plays nice and solid and just goes, right, okay, I'm going to pick my course way and goes round. They win. In football, for example, and this is soccer,
okay, you've got 30 seconds to sum up your argument.
Why?
Because we're going to end, the show's going to end, so 30 seconds, go.
30 seconds. Theory crafting is okay because it helps enable balance the playing field. Just because you're good at theory crafting doesn't mean you're going to necessarily win. Experience and ability still will outshine somebody no matter how broken a champion you give them. And it happens in LoL. Just because Zed was unbeatable for everybody else, he still lost. No, I don't need any more time. Wave your fingers all you like.
Okay, so my summary is, my 30 seconds really is that gaming should be about skill. It should be about you being able to be skillful. I think at the end of the day, gaming balance is when we play people and we fight people and we're trying to destroy people. Really what you need is you need to have that balance and allow people to, you shouldn't always have to level the playing field for other people. It should be about he who's got the most skills wins the game, rather than this imbalance of just utter, well, I've got the best skill, I'm getting the best card and the best setup because I've spent 60 hours casting it, and that's pretty much my viewpoint, is that I think gaming should be about balance and moving back to people's skills rather than people's ability to sit and do fucking maths.